Hello, I'm Callum Tilietto, and this is season 4 of the Flock Together podcast in partnership with the DMC Network. And we're here today at the Amano Hotel in Covent Garden, and I'm joined by Paul.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
Excellent, I'm good. It's a lovely hotel, right?
It is. In fact, it's almost as bougie as the last time that we were together, which was on the Pullman train, working our way around the English countryside.
Such a treat, such a treat.
It's a fantastic shared experience to have, to just be there, like going back into like the 1940s era, having afternoon tea, looking as the rolling hills are kind of rushing past the window. It's fantastic.
Didn't we have a carriage that was owned by royalty, or had Winston Churchill was in it? That was it.
Yeah, and that's what I love, is the stories they tell you on that train. Yeah.
Some of the hotels that we get to stay at, it's like if walls could talk, right?
Yeah, yeah. That's my favourite thing. Yes, this is a luxury hotel, but tell me who else has been here. Tell me what else has happened.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the first part of the podcast is all about remembering. And
I'm an old man. I tend to get a bit forgetful sometimes. I'll do my best, Callum.
You don't look old at all. You've got a youthful face. But yeah, I will challenge you then to remember or throw yourself way back to your first ever work trip.
First ever work trip. Pretty easy, actually. 1996, the Atlanta Olympic Games. I was studying a course in leisure management and was lucky enough to get a work placement at the Olympic Games. And it was brilliant as a young Brit going out there, and I spent probably a whole month in Atlanta, pretty much spending my whole time taking guests to the soccer, because in 96 soccer wasn't that popular, so I spent my whole time explaining the offside rule to corporate Americans, which was interesting. Like, it was a really good foundation for what I've gone on to do in my career.
That's
I really
great
enjoyed it.
Start. Yeah, I love that. And what a landmark event as well. It's like, the 96 Olympics.
Do you know, I looked up at my my working document. I've kept my working document, right? And this is like back in the 90s. But this working document, I was working for an American agency. And this working document must have been honestly about this thick, like literally down to the detail of like what fruit we're going to be putting into people's bowls as a pillow gift. And it was just so much detail.
Yeah.
But yeah, like we killed a few trees on that working document without a doubt.
And what was your most recent work trip abroad?
Do you know what? I don't get to travel that much now. Like I can pick and choose, but I kind of work for a small mid-sized agency, so I have to pull my sleeves up sometimes and get involved in ops. So I actually did my first event last year for 15 years, operational again, which was a group of back-to-back people from an automotive company. We took them up to Sweden, and we'd taken this racetrack on an ice lake out.
Nice.
And it was good. But that wasn't the last time I travelled. The last time I travelled was in Voyage in Mykonos, so that would have been October or November.
Yeah.
It's a good event in Voyage. Have you been?
I haven't, but I am keen to kind of explore the format and things. And Mykonos, I've only really done like mainland Greece. I've done Athens.
Yeah.
Tell a lie, I did Zante, as every young Brit does.
How was it?
It was messy.
Yeah.
Although I tried to make it more cultural. I tried to go to the shipwreck and do some sort of touristy stuff, but ended up the waves were too high. Everyone ended up throwing up on the boat, and I just said, you know what? Let's just go back to the bars.
Go to the bars. Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
But Mykonos, I'm keen to explore. So.
Yeah, I didn't really get to see much of Mykonos, to be honest with you. The weather was amazing. The hotels were great. But you're there for content, right? You're there for learning and the stuff away from just supplier meetings, just networking and trying to get the pulse of the industry. Those are events that I feel are like worthwhile going. The meeting space.
The next part of the podcast is revisit. So if you could go back in time, transport your mind however many years back to relive a destination experience, which would it be?
That would be my first ever time on safari. Have you been on safari?
I have, and I have to be honest, I think my answer would probably be the same.
Do you know, it's weird. So at the start of this year, we did our company kickoff, and I was trying to do a piece of work with the guys that was trying to what is your why? Why are you in this industry? You're in an industry that you're never going to be the richest person in the world. It's one of the most stressful industries in the world, but we all do it because we love it, right? And so I charged everybody with trying to come up with one travel memory that is their favourite travel memory, and over a third of the group came up with safari options. But yeah, Pinder Private Game Reserve in KwaZulu-Natal. I just remember them like my first ever time on safari, clearing giraffe off the runway so we could land. Like, it was the first time I'd ever really been on holiday and just not been at a beach.
Yeah.
But the whole concept of getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, going out, would have been alien to me before I'd done it. And oh my God, just the peace and tranquility that you find with a cup of coffee, 6 o'clock in the morning as the sun comes up, just wonderful, just wonderful. People like Brad Glenn and the Green Route guys, they've been telling me it was a magical experience. So I had a lot to live up to, but oh my God, how did it live up to it?
Magical is the word, and I think if someone hasn't been to Africa and done that, it's very hard. Like, they can picture it, and you kind of say, wow. And I'd always thought, oh, I'd love to do that, but there is something magical about the experience. Whether it's the air, it's the people, it's the sunrise, it's everything. Where you're just like, wow, it's special.
Yeah, without a doubt, it's special. Without a doubt. And I love the African continent. I'd love to explore more of it. It's a big place, right? I've done South Africa, but I'd like to do a lot more of it.
And if you could make any hotel a home, which hotel would it be?
A hotel a home. I don't think I would. I like home. I actually like home.
Yeah, fair.
Do you know what? Like, years and years of travel, like, you can't beat coming home to your own bed. Like, every time after I've been on a big event, macaroni cheese with a bit of grilled chicken on top. That's my comfort food, right?
Yeah.
So don't think it exists. I think, like, if I could make it up,
Yeah.
imagine how big you'd be. Like, 24-hour room service. That'd be amazing. I think it'd probably be in Vancouver. Love Vancouver. Like, if I had to move anywhere, it'd be there, as long as I could bring my friends. Beds by Four Seasons. Hotel chef would be the chef from the Hotel de la Cataratas in Iguazu, who cooked me an off-menu Eggs Benedict.
Nice.
Love Eggs Benedict. Interior design by Auberge Hotels, something like that. Penhaligon's toiletries. Light switches that are not too complex.
I mean, that's a no-brainer. Yeah.
The amount of hotels I've been into, and I want to go to bed. I can't find the right bloody light to turn off. It's a nightmare.
Also, sometimes where they switch both directions and you don't realise, so you press down to turn it off and it just bounces back up again. And you're like, well, what's going on? And then you have to press up and down, and I'm like, how has this become so complicated?
I don't know. There's no.
Yeah.
Do you know the easy way to get around it? And I've done this so many times. Just unscrew the bulb. You know, a hotel is over complex when guests are having to unscrew the light bulb so they can go to sleep.
I love the idea of the next person coming into your room and
being
like,
how do I turn the lights on?
So, yeah, okay, your hotel as a home is great because what you've done is you've just pulled parts of all your favourite kind of hotels and created one. And do you know what? That's probably the most creative answer we've ever had.
Is that right? Excellent. Well, I do have creative in my job title, so maybe that's why.
Yeah, it goes like this. Dip, dip, da 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 da. Dip, dip, da 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 da. Dip, dip, da 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 da. Dip, dip, da da da. And it goes like this. And it goes like this. Yeah, around and around it goes. Where it starts, yeah.
Well, the next stage you're going to have to get even more creative, because this is about reimagine, and this is an opportunity for you to create an incentive trip, but for yourself.
Yeah.
Where would you go? What would you do? And which celebrity would you bring with you?
Right, where would I go? I would go to Myanmar, and there's a personal reason behind this. I was due to go to Myanmar on my honeymoon. It was all booked up, 2011, and then unfortunately, Aung San Suu Kyi got released from house arrest, and it was pretty obvious that there was going to be a little bit of friction, or there could be friction. So we had to pull it, unfortunately. Ended up going to the Maldives, which was still lovely, but very different to what I was trying to achieve.
Yeah.
But if I could go anywhere, it would be Myanmar, because that would mean I'd get to go back on that honeymoon, but also it'd mean like the country has recovered to an extension where they can now accept tourism, and you'd be paying money to help that country regenerate.
Yeah,
which
yeah.
I'd love. Like that would be a really emotional time for me.
Yeah. And which celebrity would you bring?
I think I'd bring Paddy McGuinness, you know, because he's kind of like, so I'm into my cars, and I love Paddy. I loved him as a comedian.
Yeah.
I'd love to meet him. He's used to road tripping, right? He's done it with Top Gear.
Yeah.
He's done it on other programs. He's funny. And you know what? Mrs. Lake is a big Paddy McGuinness fan, if you know what I mean. So
Is that dangerous then?
What, on your honeymoon?
Yeah. Bringing a celebrity crush?
Oh, I don't know.
You're confident
I'm
enough.
confident.
Yeah. I also like the idea of like a combination of Top Gear and the mice industry, and like getting Paddy McGuinness and yourself and doing a road trip together, you know, because you've got that like, all of your expertise and all of his expertise coming together. I would watch that.
So we are doing a very similar thing. So the next event I'm operating will be a road trip where we're renting classic cars and driving from Split over the border into Montenegro over the course of 4 days, going up to Skadar Lake and driving the Serpentine roads. So we're actually doing something very similar. We just don't have Paddy McGuinness.
The penultimate part of the podcast is reform. So this is your opportunity to write a letter to the industry. What would you like to say?
I'd like to say, look, I feel like we do some really cool stuff, but we have to be mindful of the impact on the environment, right? And like as Peter Parker says, like with great
power comes great responsibility.
So I feel like responsible travel is, over the course of the last 2 years, one of the hottest topics, right? But it feels to me like it's sad that it is. It feels to me it's sad that it needs to be a hot topic. I feel like now is the time just to normalise it, just to say, like to celebrate people that are doing well with it, but not shout about it. Let's not use it as a marketing tool. Let's just get behind it and be responsible in the way we travel. So like the whole sustainability thing, it started like that, but I feel like there's this whole movement to like not only respect the environment, but also to respect the communities that you travel around, and try and use travel as a force for good. So that would be my letter to the industry: is just let's just normalise this. Let's just take it as a given.
Yeah, I think not using it as a marketing tool, or not using it as a like the why should be just because, not because we can, our bottom line will benefit, or this or that. It's actually this is a necessity. Let's do it. We don't need to shout about it, but let's collaborate and shout about innovation so that other people can learn from each other, and you can kind of move the dial. But I think sometimes people are sort of they're celebrating too early.
Yeah. But I feel like it's a win-win situation. So if you can, the concept of slow season travel, right? I love the concept of slow season travel because you're extending a destination's economic period effectively. But what you're also doing is you're giving your audience more authentic experiences.
Yeah.
And that's what people I feel like people now are really craving authentic experiences when they travel. It's not about bed linen count or anything like that anymore. It's more about like, show me genuine. And if you can then be genuine and give back to a community, who loses in that situation? As long as you're responsibly offsetting carbon and you're designing your events in a way that impacts the environment less, then it's a win-win, right?
Oh, 100% agree with that. And like, I just think that over tourism in those peak seasons, it ruins the experience for everyone anyway. So
Yeah.
if you can spread it out and not just go to those second and tertiary cities,
Yeah.
and just kind of space tourism out a little bit so that everyone can have an authentic experience.
Yeah.
Because that's where the appetite is, but also it spreads the economic kind of injection that you're giving that destination as well.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. And I agree so when I'm trying to source hotel solutions, business partners, DMCs, that's all part of my thinking. Even destinations to some extent. There are some destinations that have got some amazing product coming on, but like I just disagree with what they stand for, so I'm not going to promote them. But there are hotels and there are suppliers that are also exactly the same. Like, I love our Habitats as a brand simply because of what they do for the people around them. Like Pindar Game Reserve was Conservation Corporation Africa, CCA Africa, I believe. And they were one of the first companies that started involving local communities in what they did for the betterment of their guest experience, but also the betterment of the local communities.
Well, the final part of the podcast is a quick fire round. So I'm going to ask you some questions, and it's binary answers. So, packing, last minute or week before?
Last minute. Mrs. Lake is the week before, and it drives me mental. We have like suitcases all over the house. I'm like, we could just do this like the morning before we go. Like the morning we go, surely.
Does she work in the travel industry at all?
No.
See, because
No.
I think when you're in this industry, either you're a last minute person because you're like, I travel all the time, so I'm used to it,
Yeah.
or you're always a week before person.
I'm also really slow in booking our holidays because I piece together travel solutions for a living, right? The last thing I want to do on my weekend is do exactly the same.
Yeah.
So like, I'm not in charge of our holidays. Other people are in charge of our holidays, despite me being a travel industry person.
I fully get that. Carry on or check in?
Carry on.
Airport lounge or shopping?
Lounge.
Aisle or window?
Long or short haul?
Let's say long haul.
Long haul is definitely the aisle.
Interesting.
Well, I'm a man of a certain age, you know, and like the coffee, I drink a lot of coffee, so I need easy access to the aisle.
Yeah, nice. You need easy access to the aisle. I get that. That makes
Whereas
sense.
short haul, less coffee, I like to actually put my head down and have a little doze.
Have a little kip. Okay.
Yeah.
City or nature?
Nature.
Lay in or early start?
Early start, I think. Yeah, I tend to get out of bed fairly early. My brain, I find it really hard to switch off. My brain is always just ting, 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 ting. And like, getting up before the children is just a really good use of my time because I could just clear focus, you know, before
Before the calm before the storm.
Correct.
Poolside or seaside?
Poolside, don't like sand.
That's. Do you know what? It's more common than I realised. I don't
Really?
like sand, but a lot of people are like, yeah, I hate sand.
Like everyone wants to stay on a hotel on the beach, right? And then everyone ends up around the pool. What's that about?
Planned or spontaneous?
Spontaneous.
Breakfast hot or cold?
Not really much of a breakfast fan. More of an 11s kind of person.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, brunch.
Yeah.
All right. And finally, hotel, room service or restaurant?
Restaurant.
Nice.
You can't do much people watching from your room, can you?
It's all about the people watching.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much.
No, thank you for having me.
No, it's been a pleasure, and it's great to have you as part of the Flock Together community.
Thank you.